All right, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time and I'm just going to jump right into it. We've have some issues with Crytek and the Hunt Showdown game that we all come to love and enjoy. Um, but there has been massive situations, or I guess not even situations, but obvious bugs that haven't been addressed, or if they've been addressed, they have still been pushed to the side, and more important things like um, more DLC and more skins are top priority to get out faster than bug fixes. So I guess we're here today to kind of talk about that. Uh, I know a lot of you already are going to say, well, the art team has nothing to do with the development team or the people that are in other areas of the project. And I totally understand that. However, as a group in a whole, when they are telling everybody, or at least the art team, to kind of continue to push more on the art and finance more of the art instead of the bugs and getting rid of the bugs that have been in the game forever, yeah, then it does become part of the art team situation. I know a lot of you won't understand that, especially those on Reddit, but that's a lot of what everybody is saying on the Reddit is the art team has nothing to do with it, and they themselves know, but the finances going into the art team, yes, absolutely. Um, so I'm trying not to get into the politics of it all, but it's rough. Everybody's having issues with Hunt Showdown, and my biggest thing that I want to lead off in this video and what I will end in this video is that if this game was made by any other company, it would be amazing. It would just be great if this was. I'm not talking about business practice on nickel and diming everybody like EA Games or Ubisoft or anything like that. However, though, if it was made by any other company, it would be stellar and it wouldn't have the bugs that we are going through. Yes, we would be way more nickel and dime than we are now with monetization. I'm not arguing that, but the gameplay itself would be far better, and we would be enjoying it a lot more. If I would say I would go as far as to say if any other company were to drop this game, if they were to name it Showdown Hunt, and it's the exact same game with the exact same UI, guns, already said weapons, but guns, items, all sorts of stuff, the bosses, the maps, everything to a T. But the mechanics were fixed and the bugs were fixed. We would drop Crytek's Hunt Showdown and jump to that game in a heartbeat, and I could put any amount of money on that. Any amount of money that would happen. And it just seems like Crytek, because they're not really pressed on it with competition, and that they do have a pretty loyal and great fan base, they aren't really worried about it. So some of the bugs I want to talk about right now is the dead hunter knifing. I guess there's a new one that's out right now. If you kill a hunter, they have a knife out. I don't really know the mechanic of it, but as far as I know, if you kill a hunter, the hunter has a knife out, and it dies on the floor, then they can continue to play the game and just knife whoever's in front. I don't know how long it lasts, if you can play the whole entire rest of the game that way, or if it's just, a certain amount of time, but it's still a bug that is now in the game after an update. And that's just kind of ridiculous that we get updates to better the game and way more bugs come of it. I'm going to talk about this one a little bit later because it's a very contentious one, but now we have the reload bug. It's in many games. Sorry, in many clips. I guess you could say from Twitch or YouTube that if you watch, people do have the reload bug. It's very, very common. I don't really know how it goes. Like if you go to reload your gun and you swap, and then you go to swap back. At one point during the animation, you kind of killed your reload, and that's how you get the bug. This started with the Lamat, as far as I know, and I even had the Lamat bug, but here we are now on every other gun. It's extremely ridiculous. This bug has been around for years now. won't say years, but I will say for some time, because I know it's been here at least a year. But it's kind of crazy that this has been a situation for a long time that's not really picked on. Instead, we're still dropping DLCs and events and stuff like that. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Again, it ties back to the whole, if someone else were to drop a game named like Showdown Hunt, we would drop this game in a heartbeat for that one. And the other one we have is the trade window. And I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but Rakta Z, or, Rachta Z, he put out a video addressing it as well. And we kind of have to come to an understanding that Hunt Showdown is a game that is not a hit scan type of game. It is a very, the bullet has to travel in order to hit what you're shooting. If you are to shoot, yeah, of course, someone could, I'm not saying at blazing speeds, but someone could dodge your bullet or miss the bullet, or you miss your shot because someone was able to outmaneuver. Because again, the guns in this game are not hit scan games where you just point your crosshair. As soon as you shoot, the bullet's already on the target. It's not one of those games. Of course, everybody who plays Hunt Showdown knows this, especially the seasoned players. I mean, even if you get more than 10 hours into the game, you're going to start to really understand, you have to lead your shots and everything. But that goes with the trade window. And it does suck to shoot your gun and then you audibly hear them shoot second. They're already dead by the time their fire gets off, but you die moments later. This has gotten so bad, however, to the extent of where, there's videos everywhere of this happening, especially on the Reddit, of you killing your opponent and the opponent, 8 seconds later you die randomly, and it's because the person that you just gunfought with killed you. And that is awful. It is just absolutely awful. I don't know how to circumvent any of this unless you change the spaghetti code into our game being a hit scan type of game. But I mean, that's of course everybody will disagree with that. I don't like that idea of that either, because it's what makes Hunt. It's one of the very few first person shooter games that has non-hit scan mechanics. And it's sad that this is a first-person shooter, and the biggest situation and the biggest bugs that this game has is shooting. You cannot have great gunfights without something awful happening. It just gets ridiculous after a time. And like I said, Rakta Z, even, sorry if I'm butchering it again, but he even made a video about it, addressing it. And yeah, this is a very game breaking situation where it makes you not even want to play the game anymore. It gets to the point where it just sucks. You want to come out on top on the gunfight, and when you do, you feel good about it. That's what should be happening. But then 8 seconds later, you get killed by the dude you killed 8 seconds ago. That's absolutely insane. Like I said, first-person shooter game, and you can't even do the shooting part. It's just it's just crazy. I know I'm kind of a broken record on that. But I just wanted to make the video to address all of this. It's getting awful. I mean, I know I'm not anybody in this community, and I'm not claiming to be anybody. However, I do want to put my 2 cents in, because we do have people that are brand new to the game trying to play the game, and these things are happening to them even in low MMR, and they're getting a bad taste in their mouth. Why do you want to play a game that has so many bugs and is already bugging out on you in the first hour of your gameplay? You don't want to play a game like that. Like, that's insane. The only thing that I could think is to drop the engine and adopt a new one. I'm sure if the community were told, like, hey, you know what? We hear your cries, we hear you guys upset and complaining, but we know you have the love for the game. We're going to rebuild this engine, or we're going to do something new to the engine, or we're just going to adopt a whole new engine in total. I'm sure everybody would be okay sitting back comfortably while we wait for a new one to come out. Every single time there's an update, there's other niche things that are always being updated that nobody really cares about, and honestly doesn't really have much of an impact on the game to begin with. And all we're waiting for are the big bugs. Yes, we can say, yeah, you change one code and it F's up another code. Then yeah, you should probably get better coding. You should probably get better coders. Why does every other first-person shooter game take off without a hitch? On the gunplay, I should say. Guns are good to go as soon as the game comes out, but Hunt Showdown has been holding on to these bugs and these just awful little nuances ever since the game's released. It's kind of crazy once you think about, the years that have passed and the I guess you could say, like, the other smaller things that have been focused on. Every time I'm going to go back to the update idea. Every time they update and put update notes coming out and they say, yeah, don't worry, guys, especially this last one they just dropped. They said something about, yeah, guys, we know about the reload bug. We're trying to fix it. Don't you worry. We got you. Are you kidding me? Like, you have to be an idiot to believe it. Like, you have to be a genuine idiot to believe Crytek is going to do something about it. Because if they haven't done anything since the game's release, what makes us think they're going to do anything now about it? Where is the proof that they are working on it? As far as we know, they're just saying that to save, PR. It doesn't mean that they're actually doing anything. What about just giving us the proof? Go onto your Hunt Showdown YouTube channel and show in live stream an hour at least, or give us a small video and clips, and give us the actual reaffirmation that we need to know that this game is going to be better than what it should be right now. I mean, Crytek has been changing monetization, and I'm quite honestly, I'm not going to give them my money that I work for so that they can put more skins out, so that they can put more little niche things out. Like, I mean, I guess more so right now it's the skin, so I guess I'll just comment on that. But yeah, I'm not going to give them my money that I work for so that they can make more skins for this game that I have to pay for. I would rather give them my money. I would definitely pay if I knew my money was going to stable servers and bug fixes or better engine. I would be at the forefront for paying for it, because this game is a great game, but the bugs are genuinely killing it. So that's my two thoughts. We can discuss it further if anybody in the community even wants to jump on and talk to me about it, or anybody in the Crytek team wants to sit down and talk about this, and I talk straight up and question things, or I don't know, give a little interview or something. Yeah, just let me know. So I appreciate it. Thank you.